back roads are normally snowed in this time of year. Obviously, you can see a couple drifts. Not too often you can do this. I was going to say in December, but it's January 1st. Not too often you can do this on January 1st in Manitoba. So, kind of nice to go for a back road cruise and just for something different. There's back road, and then there's community pasture. I don't know if this is the smartest decision I've ever made, but we're going in. There's no snow to speak of, and I do have quite a bit of weight in the box, so we'll see how this turns out. This is what a Jeep or an old Toyota Tacoma would be good for. Wow, this thing works too, but four-wheel drive would be handy. Not very often you can see sand this time of year. Pretty frozen though. Old windmill, you can't see it against the bush. This is my four-wheel drive. Just some oak in the back. And some good tires. This is a community pasture, they call it. Used to be owned by the government in Manitoba, and now it's some kind of co-op. So I'm not really sure who owns it, but lots of hunting activity out here in the fall. Once they open it up, the gates are locked from May 1st till November 1st every year. This year, it's, you can still get around. So there's lots of traffic. Wow, lots of traffic. Yeah, this here is a real bottleneck. lots of traffic compared to what you'd see on a normal year. A normal year, this would just be all packed sled trails. But you can still get around with a two-wheel drive pickup with weight on. I've seen a couple sled tracks, but in my opinion, you'd have to be pretty desperate to be sledding in these conditions, because there's just not much there. Perfect for quadding or side-by-side. The big side-by-sides that guys have nowadays, some of them have heaters in them. Yeah, perfect conditions for that. This is the craziness that I've gotten myself into today. I sure hope I get out of here without any issue. I actually had to turn around. Been doing a little videoing, but I figured I'd just give you a little glimpse here. This isn't even back roading. This is bouncing around in the community pasture. Well, I got turned around, or I should say, I turned around. I didn't get turned around. Getting turned around to me means you got lost. But, excuse me, I chickened out. I seen a spot that I stopped and I walked ahead, and it was pretty rutted up in the sand and snow had drifted in. And I had my doubts. It was a little bit downhill, which maybe I would have been okay, but decided to turn around. There's a couple side hills that had me being pretty careful. These tires are pretty good for side slopes. They hold their own good. They don't slip sideways. So yeah, I think we're just about out here now, not too much further. Good way to start the new year off. January 1st, 2024 with some adventure. I don't know about adventure by yourself in these circumstances without a spare tire, but I do have one buddy that would come out in a heartbeat, and he knows this area. So as long as I could send him a Google pin to show exactly where I was, it would all work out. But I have no clue what he's up to today, so I decided to turn around and work my way out. I should have checked the odometer to see how many miles I went in before I turned around, but probably 4 or 5 miles anyway. The sun will be down shortly. All the more reason to work my way out of here. Adventures like this, a guy should really have a spare tire, a chainsaw, the ability to start a fire, even though it's not cold today, it's only at the freezing point, but it would probably feel pretty cold if your truck quit and you had to spend the night out here, or a few hours. But of course I'm a little spontaneous. I don't really think ahead, I just dive in. I was on a good back road and decided to turn off. Anyway, gets the blood pumping a little bit. It's an interesting oak tree with a squirrel living there. would have thought I would have had my tripod so I could have my phone sitting on the dash instead of trying to hold it with one hand. But it is working. Yeah, we're just about out here now. I can see the gate. There we go. Back out to the interstate. I mean the back road. Municipality's been clearing some of these back roads, clearing the trees back. They've been getting pretty growing in. Makes it pretty tough for farmers to get down with the big equipment. Not sure if I can get through on this one or not. Last time I was down here, I was coming from the other way. I thought some snow had drifted over the one hill. Wasn't sure if I'd get out this way, but I guess if we have to back up. There's a few drifts here. dead and snow drifted in. Well, we'll get this buggy turned around. Alrighty, I got turned around without too much trouble, without any trouble. And I'll get back out to this other road, and no more chances today. I do not want to walk, and I do not want to have to phone anybody. Yeah, but it's been good. Nice drive. Only thing that would make this truck better is if it was four-wheel drive. But we're having fun the way it is. Keep meaning to get a proper spare tire for this truck and have a little kit to throw in the back for days like today, but I didn't plan on getting this adventurous today. Well, we're now out to an actual road. There's a house.